strength builds up. All human speech about the spiritual is essentially metaphorical. We take words from the physical world and carry them over to the spiritual. The person who lives in the spirit uses the same words as everyone else, but with a secret, deeper meaning. One of the most beautiful metaphors in scripture is to build up. In ordinary language, to build up has a specific meaning. If you add a wing to a house, you are building on, not building up. If you build a tower higher, you are building on. To build up properly means to erect something from the ground up. It implies depth as much as height. You cannot build up a house without a foundation. Otherwise, you are building castles in the air. To build up requires digging deep. Love is the foundation. In the spiritual sense, what is the ground and foundation? It is love. Therefore, to build up means to erect love from the ground up. Only love can truly build up, because only love lays the foundation. Anything can be upbuilding if love is present, and nothing is upbuilding if love is absent. Knowledge, it puffs up, but if love is present, knowledge builds up. But talent and art are impressive, but not necessarily upbuilding. If an artist smashes his masterpiece out of love for a human being, that is upbuilding. Poverty and wealth, a rich man starving in a palace is not upbuilding. A poor family packed into a small room where there's heart room for everyone is an upbuilding sight. A sleeping child, a sleeping baby is just a baby. But seeing a mother watching over her sleeping child with hidden joy, that is upbuilding, because we see the love. How love builds up. Here is the central question. How does one human being build up love in another? Can we implant love in another person's heart? No, only God, the Creator, can create love. It is arrogance to think we can create love in someone else. Therefore, love builds up in only one way: by presupposing that love is present. The one who loves assumes that love is already present in the other person's heart, deep in the ground, by treating the other person as if they possess love. The lover draws that love out. He loves it forth. Self-control, not control of others. We often think building up involves changing the other person, teaching them, correcting them, molding them. That is the way of the teacher or the disciplinarian. The way of love is different. The lover does not control the other. The lover controls himself. He disciplines his own mind to constantly presuppose that let is there, even when it is not visible. This is a humble work. The master builder points to his tower and says, I built that. The teacher points to the student and says, I taught him. But the lover has nothing to point to. If the other person grows in love, the lover stands back and says, I did nothing, I simply assumed the love was there all along. The lover conceals his labor. It is like the secret work of nature. We see the flowers bloom and the wheat grow, but we never see the force that makes it happen. Love in the face of negativity. It is easy to presuppose love when someone is being kind, but love builds up by presupposing love even when it seems absent. Love is patient because it perseveres in the belief that love is in the ground, waiting to emerge. Not jealousy denies love, and the other love refuses to deny it. When a mother puts up with a child's naughtiness, she is not just tolerating annoyance, she is enduring it by remembering, this is my child, presupposing the child's love underneath the behavior. Believes and hopes all things. The prodigal son's brother knew the son was lost. The father was the only one who didn't know he had a lost son. Because he hoped all things, he presupposed the relationship was still alive. Because the father presupposed love, he built the son up and won him back. The opposite of building up is tearing down. To judge someone, to decide they are bad or unloving, is to tear up the foundation. To act with mistrust is to dig up the ground to see if the seed is growing, which kills the seed. Love leaves the ground alone and waters it with trust. To be loving is to presuppose love. We often list loving as a quality a person possesses, like being wise or talented. But wisdom is a quality you have for yourself. You can be wise while thinking everyone else is a fool. Love is a quality you have for others. You cannot be loving if you think everyone else is unloving. To be a loving person means to presuppose love in others. If you say I have a lot of love, but everyone around me is selfish and mean, you have proved that you are not loving. The trustworthiness of the lover lies in this. Even even when you doubt yourself, even when you feel you have no love left. The lover is solid, he looks at you and sees the love you cannot see in yourself. By believing in you, he builds you up. To build up is to erect from the foundation. Love is the foundation. We cannot create the foundation in others, but we can presuppose it is there by assuming the best, by trusting in the ground of love in our neighbor. We build them up. To act otherwise, to judge, to mistrust, to tear down, is to prove that we ourselves lack love.